We're Allison and James, two healthcare professionals turned creative during the COVID-19 pandemic. We have been curating an adventure-based minimalist lifestyle for the past few years, striving to live a more sustainable and intentional life. Committing to spending less of our hard-earned income on material things, we could then spend more time doing the things we love most. We had been exploring tiny home options that would fit our lifestyle, including a stint of van life and spending a year renting a tiny space on a communal property. We stumbled across this 1968 Airstream Overlander, the only one for sale for miles around, and we decided this was it. So we sealed the deal, hitched her up, and had a friend drag it here, where we would spend the next 60 days relentlessly rebuilding it, with the hopes of transforming it into our dream tiny home on wheels. But without a proper workshop and very little building experience, this turned out to be a pretty daunting task. Stick around to see how in over our heads we really were. Can't handle that. No. Mm-mm. There she is. This is our 1968 Airstream Overlander. She is 26 feet of pure disaster. But Airstreams are a classic. We figured it was worth the money. $8,000 well spent. Problem is, we only got 60 days to get her into shape so that we can live in her. It's gonna be our home. So let me show you what we're working with. Got this U-shaped area. It actually should fold out to make some sort of bed. That would all need to be redone. There's an area up here for storage. These things slide shut, open. There's also some old speakers. We actually really like the curves in the Airstream. We like curves. I think it'll look really nice when it's done. I mean, even the lights, if we could try to repurpose these things, would be really cool. The 1960s trailers had some of the bigger windows in all of the models, so we're really happy about that. As you take 2 steps, you enter into the kitchen area. Currently we have stove, sink, oven, and fridge. So this was like a, I don't even know how to open it, an electric / propane fridge of some sort. Pretty old. This was a ice box, an old school oven, which the owner says works, but we haven't tested it yet. It'd be cool to keep something like this, but we don't really know yet what we're gonna do with it. Then a double sink, you know, what seems to be like a relatively new faucet and stuff. This was probably replaced at some point. And this is a 3-burner stovetop that is pretty rusty. It's got some deep cupboards. They're pretty gross at this point. There's some mold. I don't even know how to open that one, probably from the inside. Pantry. And some overhead storage as well. It's pretty moldy in there right now. Oh, you should show that.
I believe that's the good black mold.
It's $8,000 worth of mold in here. It's a microbiologist's nightmare. Then, stepping back, we have, I guess, what is the bedroom area. So again, there's some overhead cabinetry, The owner had a for sale sign in here for a couple of weeks and the window didn't close properly, and we think that led to some water damage here. We know we need to reseal all of the windows, so that's a project we'll need to do in the next 60 days for sure. That's a priority. This, I don't know, this reminds me of like an aircraft. I guess everything about Airstreams reminds me of an aircraft, but this, I guess, drops down kind of like a stowaway compartment on a plane. We'll be hauling this out. But yeah, this was a bed area, so this thing would pull out. It's supposed to pull out really easy. It pulls out and then it would make kind of I guess a queen size bed.
Clearly some rats have been in here at some point.
This was a water heater. Yeah. Nice big closet. I don't know if we're gonna keep this either. It would need work, but having some sort of closet space would be good. And then last but not least, we have our tiny little bathroom space. We actually think for the size of this trailer, this bathroom is probably too large. So we're gonna change this up, but what we have right now is a vanity with mirrors, a toilet that feeds into a black tank, and
A bath.
a bath. A bath and shower combo.
Yeah.
So James and I just finished eating some lunch and we were talking about our next steps in here. And
what is the plan?
originally we were going to keep some of the existing cabinetry and set up and just kind of take out what wasn't working for us in order to make this livable in 60 days. But now that we've gotten into it and I started doing a little bit of cleaning, we are thinking everything's got to come out.
When we're approaching this, there's like two main schools of thought, right? We can either conservatively try to, you know, fix the little things that are broken in here and try to make the place livable. You know, give her a good clean, fix the broken aspects, work on the systems, get them up and running the best we can to make the place habitable. Or we just get rid of everything and start fresh. I'm leaning towards the latter option.
We have identified that there have been rodents living in here at some point.
Yeah.
There's poop, there's chewed wires, and there's just no point of us working behind existing cabinetry trying to figure out what's wrong, what works and doesn't work. And in order for us to give this a good clean, in order to live in here, everything's got to come out. And the reason why we are kind of hesitant to do that is because we know when we start hauling things out, we're going to discover more issues. There's just going to be more and more things that are going to delay our timeline, but that's kind of just the way it is. So
Yeah. We're just gonna have to work like mad dogs.
yeah. So we're gonna spend the next little while doing
Demolition.
gonna be
It's gonna be fun.
awesome. I think it's gonna
Yeah.
feel really good.
Ripping
I'm
things apart is super fun.
really stoked to get
All
in
right.
here with a hammer and
Rip shit up. Let's do it. Let's get the hammers.
all right, let's do it. Where do we start?
Yeah, what are we destroying first?
We have one hammer
Two people.
and a camera.
Yeah.
Okay. What bothers you the most?
I don't know, all of it really. I guess we need to decide whether we're gonna just like aggressively demo it or like gently pull it apart with force.
Maybe we'll start gently, but it'll probably,
It'll probably end up being aggressive.
once we get
It
frustrated.
always does.
Yeah.
That's what our hammers are for. I guess with these things, you need to work out how they were put together in order to take them apart, because necessarily sometimes just cutting shit up isn't the easiest way to do it. If you just find the screw that you need to take out, then you save yourself 20 minutes of wrangling with the Sawzall.
So maybe that's not the tool, maybe it's your drill.
Maybe the tool is the drill.
Let's go with the drill.
Let's go get the drill. Got the drill.
Perfect.
Wow. Layers of paint. That one could be a square one.
Yay! We should probably ask Dustin.
Yeah, we should probably ask Dustin what we're doing with the garbage, so we don't like throw it all over his property.
We're staying on our friend's property. Thanks, Dustin. You're awesome.
Respect.
What a wicked dude for letting us do this demolition renovation project on his property. We won't leave all this junk around. We will take care of it.
We'll do a dump run.
For now, that's where it goes. It's funny, we were a little optimistic when we first looked at this, and we were like, oh, we can just use the angle grinder, grind back some of the rust. What were we thinking? Definitely not fixable. No.
Is the gas disconnected?
So
Now we can take the stove out.
now I can take this out, and then we can start ripping up the floor and really get going.
Yep. Now undo the pipes. It's lefty loosey, righty tighty, right?
Yeah. I always get that wrong though. Like I say that in my head and then I still do it the wrong way.
Let's see about this side. Cutting them off it is. Well, that water smells like shit.
Ew. Oh. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the way we like to do it.
See you never, gross countertop. What's in behind here?
Grossness.
Thing.
Out with the old.
Do you need me to help you lift it?
Probably, it's pretty heavy.
Okay. I need to put the camera down.
Alright.
No more sink. Yeah.
Step flip.
And like this is why we wanted to take
Yeah.
all this out.
That was the gross shit that we wanted to avoid.
Is that mold?
Yeah. That's all mold.
We got the whole sink out, and we learned that
Really soft spot just
there's a
here.
really soft spot there, and it makes sense. That's where the plumbing, 1968 plumbing. So our thought process there is that we can probably replace, because it's soft here as well, we can probably just replace this whole strip here with a new piece of plywood for now.
Replacing the subfloor as a whole is like a really big job, and ideally speaking would be best done with taking the shell of the Airstream and separating it from the frame. However, because we just want to do it quickly, we're thinking we can just cut the panel out and stick a new piece of plywood straight in here and then just put a new floor over it and call it good for like 6 months.
Right. Might be crazy, but that's where we're at.
Let's find out if we're wrong about that. What are we taking out next? Now that the kitchen sink is gone.
The floor is gone. Half of the daybed thing is gone. This is the true floor. You can see it used to have some sort of heating system in that copper there to have nice heated floors. It's too bad that doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, not gonna trust that. Why run electricity through a wet floor?
Yeah, no, we'll just
It's not gonna work.
get electrocuted.
Yeah, we come back and the place is burnt down.
We need a fire extinguisher for sure. But yeah, we're gonna rip out this unit.
Hopefully.
It's got a propane system in behind, so a little bit of dismantling And we're losing daylight, so we'll try and film as much as we can, but
It's starting to get dark.
we're gonna do this well into the night, probably.
Trying to work out how this is all attached in. All the electrical cables for the entirety of the trailer all run to behind this control panel. So just in case we did actually want to use any of them, it'd be nice not to like completely fuck this end of the system. But we probably will anyway, so why bother?
Wait, what is that you found?
It's a mud wasp nest.
Mud wasps?
Yeah, so there are species of wasp that builds nests out of mud. I guess you don't have these in Canada. So like we have these in Australia.
Well, the trailer's been to Mexico a couple times.
So
It picked up some pests and brought them back.
yeah. You can see that's the little cocoon where the larvae grow, and then they're wasp inside here, and then when they hatch, they climb through these holes and fly away.
Wow.
Similar to like a paper wasp, like that we have here, you know, when the little paper wasp nest that you see. But these ones make their nests out of mud. They chew it all up and spit it out and make little mud nests.
Cool.
Yeah, fun fact.
Now they're unleashed into Canada.
Well, welcome.
Welcome. Talk us through.
So, just trying to get the control panel box free here so that we can hopefully lift the counter, because the counter isn't really attached to the appliances, but the appliances here, as you can see, are on a big metal frame that's bolted to the floor. So ideally speaking, we can take off this countertop and then we can look at removing the appliances.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. Whether we have to cut like this thing in half and remove it in two pieces, because at the moment the counter is attached to the cupboards through this middle section. That might be the way it has to go. I'm not really quite sure yet.
Ta-da! Look what we did!
Yeah, it's half gone now.
Holy.
Wow, that was a lot of work. That's fun. Fun work.
We were just talking a little bit about plans for this. We keep changing it every 5 minutes.
There's so many possibilities.
But that's it for tonight.
Yeah.
Let's go get some pizza.